Hello, this is Renee Manfred, and this is LinkedIn tutorial part two. If you want to go to part one, you'll see it down in the description down below where I can link it to part one. And basically, this is just going through because I want to keep these videos short. I don't want to keep them too long because I know everybody's time is valuable. So I try to learn in between the 10 and 15-minute videos to where I can give you as much information to give you the step-by-step process of how to do something, right? So this tutorial is basically going over the power of LinkedIn newsletters, and at the same time, just really understanding the platform with LinkedIn and how what they're doing at this point is using the content that you're writing on this channel to push it into other people's feeds, which is helping you build your subscribers, build your newsletters list. So you have a newsletter that's an email newsletter, which we have as a What's Your Passion, which is the WIP. So I'm really excited about that it's called the WIP, W-I-P newsletter. And that's been out for the last couple of months, but I've really been critiquing it. And my team is really kind of getting to the point now to where we realize that that'll be a really great way to where we can introduce the WIP within the next few weeks, hopefully before the end of the year to going into 2025. And that'll be a newsletter for email list. But at the same time, whenever I do a newsletter on LinkedIn, it's incredible how it pushes into, so it's building me a following over the last few months, maybe 400, almost 500 followers now. And it's incredible how these are just individuals who are either one that's already in your feed on your channel, or that's creating new relationships and getting you in front of people who don't know you. So my name is Renee Manfred. I have been a business owner pretty much, or entrepreneur, ever since I was a kid. My older brother had health clubs, and I was basically teaching, training, and coaching people ever since I was about 8 years old, showing them in the club, showing them what to do, how to work out, what to eat, different reps, different sets, lose weight, gain weight, whatever they wanted to do. So I learned those basic people skills. I was blessed with a great family. That's where we're Italian family, so we always had friends and people. So I grew up pretty quickly because of my older brothers and sister. That I kind of grew up in that servant mentality and just being part of some higher minded or older people. So it kind of helped me advance myself, right? But at the same time, I found myself in every business or every job I went into. I looked at myself as a brand, and I looked at myself from the perspective that whenever people look at me or get to know me, I want to make sure that they know who I am, right? And I always wanted to leave a good impression. So when I show you your banners, and I want to start off with this, that if you have a social media channel and you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it may be, you are a brand. Your name is your brand. So it's just like any other movie star. I think people get so wrapped up in looking at entertainment, and they're so entertained that they forget that, you can be the same superstar. You can be the same person that people seek out to if you're bringing value to them in some way, shape, or form. So the same thing with our businesses, that if you're a hairstylist, or if you have a pet business, or if you have your insurance, real estate, whatever it may be, you're a brand. And when you start really understanding that when you're working for a job, take advantage of that opportunity. And when you go to work every day, you're showing up as your name, and you do the best you can. You give much value, because as an employer of several different businesses through my years, insurance, real estate, lawn care, maintenance services, staffing business, I'm always looking for people who are stepping up. I'm looking for people who want to give value or bring value to the organization versus take. Who's coming in with a great attitude and really bringing something versus just hanging around waiting for the clock to tick, and they want to complain about what they're getting paid. The bottom line is, America, in today's world, you have an opportunity to do whatever you want to do. The challenge, what I find with most people, is that they don't put the time and effort and energy into learning and getting better on whatever skill, or asking enough questions. If you don't ask, you don't get. I've learned through my career is that I just ask people how to do something. I kind of go back to, and again, in a health club business, you kind of need to learn from other people who are where you want to be. So if you want to be skinny, you want to be in shape, you want to build muscle, whatever it may be, you got to ask certain people at those levels. You can't go to an average person who hasn't really been working out hard to really kind of ask them how to build the muscle, right? What to eat, how many times a day do you eat, what, and things of that nature, or how many reps you do, how much weight. So we have to kind of go through those processes like as a coach that I know people don't really take as seriously, but you got to have a mentor, you got to have a coach, you got to have someone in your life that can help you get faster in your process wherever you are, and everyone is at a different level. That you're at a point to where you want to get here, but you've got to do some things, ask a few questions to understand the process. When it comes down to this social media channel or becoming a creator or learning the different tools of like what I'm going to share with you in a few minutes, newsletter or using Canva or building these banners like this, these are things that I did not know how to do. I'm going to just be honest with you. I did not know how to do so many of these things. So I used to pay people to do a lot of these things. Now, over the course of the last few years, because of my programs that I've got plugged into, plus at the same time creating programs, I've learned how to do these things better, right? So they're not perfect, but they're going to get better and better and better each day. So it's just like when you're doing videos, your thumbnails, right? So thumbnails are just another part of the process. Your banners that you put on your social media, such like this, is part of your branding. So you have to look at yourself as branding, whether it's a shirt, whether it's a hat, whether it's all those things that most people used to think about. It is still those things, but most people right now are online on a daily basis. So how are you showing up online when people search for you? Do you have just a picture of yourself? Do you have a picture of your car? Do you just have a picture? You show pictures of your lunch, or what are you showing, right? So what I try to do is in my world is try to be as just like in my traditional world. When I first started in business, I always said, okay, if I show up, dress good, dress sharp, have a good clean haircut, whatever it may be, I'm going to show that most of the time I'll outbeat 95% of other people who did not show up with a good attitude, dressed right, things of that nature, right? So you got to be in this world. You always have to be figuring out how to get better, how to uplift yourself, how to upgrade yourself. And when it comes down to the LinkedIn newsletters that I'm going to show you, this is just a way for you to get better and showcase your experience. Who are you and what do you do and how can you help me? Everybody's looking for what is in it for me. That's pretty much the world that we live in. So if you can show that the only reason you're going to watch my channel, watch me, is that I'm going to help you move faster because I've gone through these different programs and I've paid the thousands of dollars it takes and the time over the course of the last 2 to 3 years to really get to this point to where I'm getting better and better and better each day, only because I'm starting. So you have a lot of different channels out here that you're going to get valuable information from. And I feel that some people don't. Sometimes they don't give you specifics of how to do something. So my channel is all about trying to give you the step-by-step as easy as possible. But at the same time, we do have a program that you can get into that has hundreds of different videos that walks you step-by-step how to do a lot of things, how to build a funnel, how to have landing pages, how to start really posting to free websites across the world, how to do these things, but you have to take the time to learn them. And that's what I find most people don't take the time to learn them. So even though my channel has grown over the last couple of years for about 4,000, which is nothing, okay, I'm nowhere near where I need to be at, but I've really started focusing on LinkedIn just in the last few months. So it's really starting to get there. And then now my YouTube channel is starting to grow. Different things are growing gradually because of time. I still have my other businesses, lawn care maintenance services, insurance, real estate. So I kind of balance those through this process of learning how to be a creator, but taking those skills into this world to teach other people. And at the same time, I'm looking to always help individuals find out where they are through consultation, figure out what they're trying to do. Most people I'm working with right now are just either free because they're not anywhere. There's some individuals who are in different positions in their careers that they pay a fee for that service. And my average fee is anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 on a monthly basis. I don't really charge more than that at this point. I think that's fair for most individuals who are at that level of trying to scale their businesses. I've built many six-figure businesses in the maintenance service industry, real estate, and insurance. and a health club business. So those are my main areas that I've built throughout the years. But I've done project management. I have different partnerships with different companies through referral partners that we're in the process of doing real estate deals and also commercial properties, pretty much, developing different strategies over the next few years for different areas. I'm not going to name those yet because those are still a little bit of secrets. So I'm working on those things, but I basically want to share with individuals how to just basically take advantage of LinkedIn at this point. So let's dive into it. So to create a LinkedIn article, I'm going to show you what an article looks like first. Okay. So down here in the newsletter area is where you're basically going to be building. So you have different sections to LinkedIn. If you're not familiar with LinkedIn, you have your banner, you have your section here, which tells who you are and what you do. You always want to put here is what is it that you do that can help a person. So I help support entrepreneurs with building their story, retirement and insurance specialist, business development, real estate and business consulting, internet marketing, podcast show host, LinkedIn brand builder. That's a little bit pretty much mine. I might have to change that a little bit over time, but basically I just want to keep it there at this point because that's pretty much an overview of who I am and what I do. I have a consulting business that we have a variety of different things that I work with clients with at different levels. So for me, it's a little bit broader, but you might want to just be simple. Hey, I help people build newsletters, or I help people build websites, or I help people. So basically just be very specific what you do. You also want to have a section here to where do you want people to go to? So if you click, this goes to my school. This goes to my membership school to where individuals can join. And this is where I'm building out courses and things of that nature in here. So that gives you an opportunity where individuals can come in there and learn more about the school. And at the same time, there's a section here to where, again, when you come in, you put your information here on who are you and what you're all about. And this is where you want to kind of showcase some of your different skills, who you are, what you do, and things of that nature. And then you have other areas of here, different services that you can add. So the more that you put into these areas, the more information that people can see what you do and what you're all about. So this is pretty much a showcase of really what's your passion. Our passion is your passion. Basically, what I did with this here is basically create what is it that we do with what's your passion: coaching, self-development, business development, resource partners, and information. This is a variety of different companies that we operate with. So Belinda, she has her microblading business. And so she's really good at helping people really build their self-confidence and changing the way that they feel. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams. I'm a lawn care company. Amp Station is a commercial EV charging consulting business that we teach and coach and help people who are building out EV chargers across the country. And so this is just a snapshot of that. And here, I help people with their homes, if they wanted to sell their homes, things of that nature. So this is just a little bit information, have different videos, different content, things of that nature. So again, this is just where you showcase different things, what you do. Now going back, and I'm going to go back to the newsletters, and the newsletter is where you're going to go to where the newsletters give valuable information that you want to share. So I wrote this one up today: Thrive in a Changing World. Thriving in a changing world while learning new skills is your key to marketplace value. So this kind of goes through just a brief. I'm not going to read through all this, but you can go to my newsletter, subscribe, and you can go through some of my newsletters and just look at what I'm talking about. At the same time, go to other people's newsletters and see what they're talking about. And you can get an idea of what you are, whatever you're doing. If you're in a lawn care business, if you're in a mechanic, if you're selling real estate, whatever it may be, build that newsletter, build that LinkedIn profile, and build your LinkedIn to where you start getting in touch with more people and building relationships. There's a lot of different secrets to this, but more than anything, when you're looking at your newsletter, it's all about information. Does this help other people? So why learning new skills is essential. Learning isn't just about picking up new techniques. It's about building resilience and adaptability. Expanding your skill set allows you to stay relevant, discover new avenues, and position yourself as a valuable asset in the ever-changing economy. So skills such as digital marketing, growing your brand's presence through social media, SEO, and email marketing, content creation, telling your brand's story through blogs, podcasts, video, and other media, referral partnerships, collaborating with other businesses to expand your network and reach. The major challenges facing small businesses and entrepreneurs is the increased competition. Problem with more businesses moving online, competition is nearly every industry has intensified. Solution: learning digital marketing, SEO skills can help your brand stand out. Leveraging targeted strategies across social media, email marketing, and search engine optimization is key to capturing a loyal audience. Now, the benefit to doing a newsletter, all of these areas that I'm sharing with you here, is LinkedIn is really like almost becoming Google, to where when you're doing newsletters, it gets you out into the search engine. So when people are searching certain things, you might be pulling into those searches to where it gets more attraction to you from just doing this. So this is just one way how you can build your own SEO and way to get more people to know who you are and what you do, because all of this is being pushed. LinkedIn's algorithms are pushing these newsletters in front of people that don't even know who you are. And so it gives you an opportunity where you're building your subscribers and you're building your newsletter followers, mainly because people are getting to know you. So every time you post, if a person's on your subscription that's already subscribed, they're going to get an email with that new post. In addition to, it's going to go into the feeds of LinkedIn. So it's really exciting right now that the more you understand it, and the more that you plug in with LinkedIn and just do the basics of an everyday process, learning and doing. I've learned through my life. I did not know anything about insurance. I was 27 years old, and I was at a point in my life to where I was just tired. I was stuck to where I couldn't get over that six-figure income. I managed, I was in the health club business. I was in the staffing. I did all these different things, but I couldn't get over to six figures. I got close like 70, 80. And I just knew that I was worth more than that. And it took me one night, a gentleman sat down at my table and he was giving me my insurance, switching me from Arkansas to Louisiana. And as he was doing it, I asked him, said, "Can I ask you a question? How do you get into this insurance business?" And he told me, "You have to go get a license and get appointed with a company, etc." And then I asked him, "So, well, how do you make money?" And then he showed me that because I'm here, I'm giving you an insurance policy, whether it's health insurance, life insurance, car insurance, whatever, that I make a commission. I said, "Oh, pretty interesting." So kind of give me an idea what the commission is, he told me. And I just blurted out. So, "Okay, well, how much do you make?" And my dad at the time, he was like, "Son, just shut up. 27 years old, don't have a college background. I'm good at sales. I'm good at management. So once somebody tells me what I can do, and I do it." So the same thing with this. When he told me he made $300,000 a year, I said, "Wow, how can I get into this?" And he just shared with me. He'll put some feelers out there with some people. And next day he called me. And this is where God kind of comes in sometimes. I think God works in mysterious ways, especially with my life. So I think that gave me the opportunity where he called me up the next day and said, "Listen, Renee, usually we don't take individuals who don't have an insurance experience, but with Blue Cross and Blue Shield at the time, here in my New Orleans area, I got a chance to meet the manager. He liked me. He said, 'Get the license. I'll put you to work.'" Straight commission now, straight commission. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, "Geez, straight commission. Can I get a salary?" He said, "No." So I took it. So I basically did some painting while I was studying. So I was still working, right, and getting that steady weekly income. But I was studying, which was difficult for me at the time because you had a book about this big, and I couldn't. How can I say? I studied, and then I took the test. I failed the test. I failed the test 4 times. So when my father and my mother was like, "Sure you want to go into this industry?" So it's just a test. I'm just missing something on this damn test. So once I passed the test, then I went in all excited. A couple of days later, I'm dressed up and everything, ready to go to work. He told me to make phone calls. So what do you mean make phone calls? So I don't even know what I'm doing. So he said, "Listen, just make phone calls. And if you have any questions or anything." So I did it. So I just focused. I made my cubicle to where I just had all these different sayings and everything else. And I'm going to share with you some of those sayings in a few minutes. But I did it. And I just said, "You know what? I'm going to do this. If these guys can do it, I can do it." And I just focused on making phone calls, setting appointments, closing deals. All of a sudden, bam, I was making 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 8,000, up to 15,000 a month. And I didn't have a college background. It took me about 1.5 years. So what I want to share with you is that everything takes time. but it's all about you putting in the time and effort and how fast do you want it. So when I share with you the things that we're doing right here on LinkedIn, you have to look at it from a perspective, okay, how fast do you want to get your skills up so more and more people can want to hire you or work with you, or you can help them with something that they need, whether it's doing the banners or building a newsletter or doing pictures, Canva, if you're good at those different things. So many skills are coming out of right now in the transition with AI. It's unbelievable. And I'll be doing some videos on AI soon too, because I really get passionate about all the things that I'm learning. It's not difficult. It's just that because I'm doing it and apply. So I'm a doer and apply. So read, redo. So if you learn those skills of just reading something, watching something, doing it, but you got to start, and you can't. And that's where most people get stuck. They get so worried in their mind, and they're staying on top of in their mind that they don't move and do anything. So the shifts in consumer behavior right now is the problem. Consumer behavior is changing fast, with more people expecting businesses to have online presence and personal brand. Solution: develop content creation skills that allow you to share your story and values, learning how to create blogs, podcasts, and videos that engage your audience and can significantly enhance brand loyalty. So if you want to get more information and just read this article, you can subscribe to my channel on LinkedIn, under Renee Manfrey. And I think and I'll leave that somewhere in the subject line, but this will give you more details. But if you notice, all this is I just created some really good content and really good videos and pictures. And I love pictures and writing. So then plus I have some videos that I'm having I didn't put one in this one yet, but I'm probably going to add it into this one also, so people can kind of get to learn more about how to do a newsletter. But when you go down below, I have again, I'm branding. You see, if you've noticed, I'm branding myself, right? So I have a legacy builder program to where it's a digital marketing program that basically has over 100, I don't know how many videos. So 100 and something videos. I partnered with Michelle O'Neill on this program because her program is just unbelievable and taught me so much. So I'm a basically reseller of her program, and I'll teach you how to do the same thing. And you can make $300 to $1,000 a day by reselling the program. So if you want to learn more about that, you can go right here to the free blueprint and get yours now. If you want to join my community, you can click here. And if you want to just learn more about my companies, consulting business, things of that nature, you can click there. I do have a podcast, and I share with people on a podcast really their story. So I basically invite individuals, whether it's attorneys, doctors, people who are just rock bottom. I mean, I really don't care about who, because it's all about what's your passion, and it's all about taking people from really just listening to their stories. And I have some incredible stories on everything from real estate, rags to riches, young individual on 24 years old, how he's changing his life. So really, in a nutshell, if you take the power of what I'm doing with my newsletter and how to use your newsletter to eventually monetize it. So you're using it to get information, give value, show people what you are, but at the same time, you start creating different links to it to where it can go to where you want them to go to. And they help build your recognition, help you build your YouTube channel, help you build everything else within the social media. So there's a few individuals who I've learned from. I want to go back to this. If I can share with you, I just did this post, and it's a bunch of pictures that I had in my computer. I haven't been paying attention to in a while, and so this really got me here. So where's that post at? Did that post earlier? Where's that post at? Crazy how this thing just doesn't about a minute telling you RPM is revolutions per minute. So every minute something's happening. Here we go. All right, so I made this morning, or just now actually, Motivational Sunday. So I found these in there, so I just want to pop them out to you. So if you want to live life on your own terms, you got to be willing to crash and burn. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. 10 years from now, make sure you can say that you chose your life. You didn't settle for it. Stop settling for lukewarm love affairs, joy-stealing jobs, fickle friendships, second-rate stores, dead-end dreams, lackluster leisure. The problems. There's always a solution to each problem, 1, 2, or 3. So problem, solution, success. You are in control. And this is really key right here, problem solving. Creativity, innovation, cause, goal, methods, solution, defining, planning. These are all parts of the process of being an entrepreneur, being a creator, and everything. You look at the problem and you got to get really good at creating some different things. The power of prayer. I tell everyone that you have to pray on a daily basis just for wisdom and for guidance and for really just confidence to where you can go forward. Life's too short. Don't drive slow. So these are just some really good things that I just put. And I wanted to share this. This is how I feel sometimes. We all feel like this. We're frustrated. We're trying to learn something. We get aggravated. So you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get aggravated. You're going to be, is this worth it? I promise you, everything is worth it. And if you just put the time and energy and focus. So many people I work with on a daily basis, the challenge with most of them, they don't focus long enough to learning. They're not understanding you have to put the time into learning new things and maybe sacrificing some things that get you where you want to go to. But it is worth it if you just do it. So I feel like I'm a prime example that over the course of the last few years, digital media was not my strong point. I built these other different businesses, whether it's real estate, insurance, things of that nature, just off of me and my relationship building and how to sell. When you learn sales is nothing but trying to help people with a problem that they have and you're offering them a solution. So if you can show them the solution to their problem, you make money. That's it. The same thing with the social media channel that all I've done is taking those skills, but it's been harder because I've had to learn some technical things that I didn't have to learn before. And now it's been, so some people have the technical down, but they don't have the sales. So when you become part of my community, what I do is I try to find out where you are, because you might have skills that I don't have, and that we can partner together and referral partners and do things together. So I'm always looking for people who want to joint venture and bring the skills together so we can move faster. So if we move faster, then I'm willing to work with individuals who want to do something and bring something to the table. So I hope this was valuable to you. I have different videos that I'm going to share with you after this. Down the line. So again, my name is Renee Manfrey. If you want to connect to my channel in any way, I would say LinkedIn would be the best place to start. And join me and subscribe to my LinkedIn channel. It's pretty much linkedin.com/Renee Manfrey. And I think that's where the first part is. Just join there, become a subscriber, join my newsletter, get some content and information there. Just send me a message, DM me, let me know what it is that you got from this video. Even in my YouTube channel, I'll have an area where in my community where people can learn from and get more information, and also share with me what you're looking for to help grow your business. So again, thank you very much. God bless. Leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, ring that bell so get more people, share with anybody else you feel it can help them. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.